Well, what do you know? Browns coaches are having their personal insiders put fillers out there as they are upset at the fact that Shedeur Sanders looks to be the future at the quarterback position. And because he wasn't their pick, they are trying to distance themselves from this as it may appear. Tommy Rees may be looking to go elsewhere. Kevin Stefanski, you know, Dan Orlovsky and him are signed to the same agency. He got Dan Orlovsky putting all type of things out there on ESPN. Oh man, there's a bunch of teams that would love to have Kevin Stefanski as a head coach. They trying to put fillers out because they mad that Shedeur's doing what he doing and they don't want to be there if he's the guy. We got Unc and Ocho breaking it down. We got an article to read. We got a bunch to get to. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get right into things and let's not play games here. Let's start with this here. A tweet from Mary Kay Cabot. Mary Kay, Michigan has interest in Browns offensive coordinator Tommy Rees for its head coach vacancy. League source tells Cleveland.com. Let's go over to the article now. Let's get to the article, the good stuff. Okay? And then we're going to get to the Kevin Stefanski part. Michigan has interest in Browns offensive coordinator Tommy Rees for his head coaching vacancy. It says Michigan, boom, boom, boom. It remains to be seen when Michigan will start interviewing in the wake of firing Sharon Moore on Wednesday. But Rees would likely take the interview considering he talked to Penn State about its head coaching vacancy last week before it went to Matt Campbell. So he tried to get the Penn State gig. They went a different direction, right? So that's Tommy Rees. He's looking for his way out of Cleveland. He's trying to get the hell away from this. He's trying to get away from this Kevin Stefanski, Shedeur Sanders debacle. They don't want anything to do with 12. I keep trying to tell y'all that. And now let's take a look at what Shannon had to say about Kevin Stefanski. The rumors are circulating that Kevin Stefanski now wants out of Cleveland. Let's take a listen.
Aberbury reported that Kevin Stefanski likely wants out of Cleveland. The one thing that would be really frustrating for me if the coach in Cleveland, you've been trying to make decisions for football reasons and no one will accept them. I can tell you just knowing the number of people that I know work there, that the quarterback situation was handled this year over the last 6-7 months in a way that was based solely on how guys were performing in practice. It makes Stefanski look bad now because Shedeur played well. If you're Kevin and you're making all these decisions based on football decisions and you made a lot of other decisions over the years that were constantly second-guessed, this way it's constantly a circus, well, you'd be sick of it. Has this become, this hasn't worked out for either one of us in the last couple of years, so maybe it's just time? He's 6-24, 250.
6-24. 6-24. Yes, he's a two-time coach of the year, but listen, man, this is a what have you done for me lately league. The dude is 6-24, bro.
Well, 250 win percentage over the last 2 years. He's a two-time coach of the year, Ocho. What are you thinking?
I mean, it's tough. I think Stefanski is in a tough spot. Obviously, with 6-24, having on your resume being coach of the year 2 times, I think that saves you and gives you a little bit more grace. But obviously, you can't operate without a quarterback. So understanding what we've seen from Shedeur so far, and the stuff and the action that occurred before he was put in position to be the starter. Obviously, you want your best player out there playing quarterback for you that gives you your best chance to win. And most of the time, I say it all the time, Uncle, you say it all the time, players get coaches fired. So for a coach, you would always want to be in a position to have players in there that can do right by you. Not just you, but your team.
But he was so hell-bent on Dillon Gabriel being the guy. He didn't want Shedeur. He didn't want him at all.
Team as well, and give yourself a chance and give you some grace and longevity as a coach. So I'm not sure why they're playing, why the games have been played in general in Cleveland. It's been a damn circus, huh? It's been a goddamn circus, Joe.
It's been a circus that Kevin Stefanski has been the leader of a circus. Kevin Stefanski wanted it to be his way or the highway, and he kept bumping his head. He was hell-bent on this Dylan Gabriel thing. He lied about a quarterback competition that never was a competition because Shedeur Sanders was on a side field throwing to janitors and bathroom attendants. He wasn't even throwing to actual Browns receivers. And it's clear that he and Andrew Berry were not on the same page. Kevin Stefanski was not feeling. He did not want Joe Flacco traded. Andrew Berry went and made that move without him. So it's clear that they're not even on the same page within the organization.
So just some of the play call. I don't want to get into all that. We've all seen it. We've all heard it.
Oh yeah, sabotage. Ocho, you know sabotage.
You know something's right, and anyone that says it's not right, based on all the evidence that we've seen since the draft up until this point, I mean, you just turn the blind eye to the bullshit.
What if is a situation, Ocho, where Kevin Stefanski really wanted to play Shedeur and he was handcuffed?
Hell no. Hell no. He didn't want to play him. Come on, Unc.
But hold on. You think that's possible?
That's what it sounds like to me. I mean, if we're to believe what Albert Breer is being reported, how much say do we believe? How much say do we believe that Kevin Stefanski have over the final 53? How much say does he have in the draft? How much say does he have in free agency? Does he have say Mike Tomlin, like an Andy Reid, like a Sean McVay? He has a Mike Vrabel. You think he has that kind of say, Ocho?
I would think so.
A Sean Payton?
Two-time coach of the year would have some say so in some of the personnel that he brings in. I would think so. And I told Unc the other night, right, with some of the things that were going on, I felt like basically Kevin Stefanski was basically Nico Harris.
Yeah.
I felt he was
taking the fall. Yeah, you did.
He's taking the fall for the upper management above his pay grade. That owner came out and said, "Listen, this wasn't my pick. I didn't want Shedeur."
Jimmy Haslam did come out and say, "This wasn't my pick. Hey, it didn't have nothing to do with me." Jimmy Haslam did come out and say that at the draft when they picked Shedeur. That's true, bro. Cleveland's just been a shit show, man. I don't even know how else to dress this up.
So I think he's taking the blunt and all the heat, and his hands are tied. So I mean, Uncle, what you said, it might be
because you're asking for trouble, and you're not normally taking quarterbacks a third and because you're asking for trouble. The last time we saw somebody take a quarterback, because look, go back and look at Washington. Mike didn't want to take a quarterback, didn't want to trade that pick. Right. He felt they could sit right there where they were and get the quarterback that they wanted. He really liked Cousins. He felt he could get Cousins where they got Cousins and could be fine.
Yeah.
You're in salary cap hell because remember, that was the year that the uncapped year and everybody dumped all their money in that. Dallas and Washington had to pay all that salary cap money because they had dumped all that in a non-cap year. And the NFL said, nah, you couldn't do that. You're cheating. So they take a quarterback at number 2 and then they turn right around and take Cousins. How do you think this was going to work out, Ojo? You take a quarterback in the 3rd round and then you take another quarterback in the 5th round? Yeah. How did you think this is going to work out?
I think maybe security. That's the only thing I can think of. Security, huh?
Who goes into normally? That's not how you draft, Joe. You don't draft the guy and say, "Well, he might not be here." If you think he might not be here, why you draft him?
That's a good question.
But I mean, I'm not going to the store. You buying a car? Man, this car might put me down. But I'm gonna go ahead and buy it anyway.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe.
Listen.
See, it's been such a clown show in Cleveland that now even Kevin Stefanski's trying to get out of there. Kevin Stefanski's trying to get away. He's trying to take another job. He's trying to quit and accept a new job before he just gets fired. Tommy Rees is trying to do the same because he knows once Kevin Stefanski gone, the whole staff is gone. The only one probably retaining a job is Jim Schwartz, the D coordinator. So Tommy Rees is like, look, I'm trying to go on and accept me a head coaching job at one of these colleges before I get my ass fired over here. That's what I'm trying to do. Kevin Stefanski is trying to secure another job before he gets fired. That is what he's trying to do. They're trying to distance themselves from the Cleveland Browns, distance themselves from Shedeur Sanders. It's just a complete clown show, man. Get down in the comments. Let me know what you think. This is Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.